So first, let's introduce the champagne properly. This is Champagne Claude Thuillier Brut. Now, you'll hear me say Thuillier and Thuillier Fils. They're all owned by the same person. They're all owned by Claudette and the Thuillier family. But the traditional brands, the Brut, the Demi-Sec, the Rosé, the Blanc de Blanc, the 6 in total that comprise the Claude Thuillier line. Now, these are the traditional lines. These are the lines that her father started and that have been passed down from, father to daughter. And she still makes them and still takes ownership of all these different styles, but she decided that she also wanted to make her own style of champagne, and that's the Saisons, which we're going to talk about later. But today we're going to highlight the Claude Thuillier Brut. Let's talk about champagne. Now, this is a 60% Pinot Meunier, a 30% Chardonnay, and a 10% Pinot Noir. This is a champagne that really is everyday. I mean, this is just the champagne that if you're trapped in a desert island and you only have one you can pick, this is one of them. Now, there's some champagnes that you really can only drink them every now and then because they're too powerful, they're too forward, they're too intense, there's just too much going on. And this has a lot going on. It's a fantastic champagne, but it's a Brut. And their Brut is simply meant to be the champagne that when you need a bottle of champagne, this is what you reach for. This is a beautifully colored champagne. It's a straw colored, a beautifully rich colored champagne that lends to beautiful aging. And that's very important, is the aging of these champagnes. And the combination of the Meunier and the Chardonnay and the Noir makes this a beautiful, beautiful champagne. The nose is fresh. It is just an absolutely wonderful, wonderful champagne. You get red fruits, you get some brioche, some almonds, some ripe fruit. And it's just so easy to drink, and that's so important for me. Is it's easy to drink. It's unassuming. It's so subtle. It's just a fantastic champagne, and that's why it is, in my opinion, one of the ideal champagnes that epitomizes everyday champagne, everyday bubbly. So, without further ado, let's get into this one and have some fun with it. Here we go. I love this moment. Yeah. There you go. Have a look at that. This is just a perfect champagne. What I mean by perfect, its complexity, its richness, its depth. That Meunier forward is so amazing, and you would not know it. I always know Meunier, I get it here and here. But believe it or not, with this, I don't get it. I don't. I know it's there. And over dinner one night, Claudette, we were drinking naked bottles that were straight from the cellar that had no labels on them. And Claudette was asking me, what are we drinking? And it was an awesome experience because I had never been challenged before. And I don't mean challenged in the negative way, but I was challenged. She said, what are we drinking? And I said, all right. And the room kind of went silent a little bit. It's like everybody there was like, all right, does this American know what he's talking about? And I sampled it, and one of them was this. And I said, this is your Brut. There's Meunier in it. There's Noir in it. It is not Chardonnay. This is why I said it's not Chardonnay forward. Chardonnay is kind of taking a back seat on this one. I did say This is a little young. This is something you went into the cellar and grabbed a bottle that wasn't, quite ready. And Claudette looked at me. She's like, "Yeah, that's exactly what it is." And we did that for a couple of champagnes, and it was really nice because you're sitting there amongst people who eat and drink and live champagne, and you get their tutelage. And just because you are working in a field, or you're working in the winery, or you are the owner of the entire facility, every single person is playing an equal part in this, and everyone's opinion, everyone's perspective, you have to take it as it's coming from a master. The guys who are picking the grapes, they know precisely what these grapes are doing, what they taste like, what the ground is. You listen to them. You listen to the guys who are working in the press. They're the ones who are pressing the grapes. They're the ones who are tasting the cuvee when it first comes out, that first press, that juice of juice. They know it. You don't have to be the chef de cave. You don't have to be the owner to know what you're drinking and to appreciate it. And the Claude Thuillier Fils, those are fantastic champagnes. The Claude Thuillier Brut and the Claude Thuillier Blanc de Blanc are just awesome champagnes. And this is just so amazing. It is just so cloy and playful. It's playful. It's rich, it's deep, but at the same time, it's light and it's refreshing. And it will pair with anything. This would pair with cheeseburgers. I know that sounds so American, but it's so true. You want a champagne. I do this all the time. I drink champagne with everything. Everything. I drink champagne with hamburgers. I drink champagne with pasta. I drink champagne with ribs. I drink champagne with everything. And not every champagne goes well. I mean, it's a hit. It's but the Claude Thuillier Brut and the Claude Thuillier Blanc de Blanc, they go with anything. You want a champagne that is gonna play well with cheese plate, vegetable plate, macaroni and cheese. I mean, all the way from macaroni and cheese to cassoulet to duck confit. I mean, this will stand up to it because it has the richness, it has the depth, it has the clarity, and it has the right amount of acidity. That Chardonnay is in the backseat. Let's get that very clear. In this bottle, the Chardonnay is in the backseat. This is Pinot Meunier forward. But they nailed the essence of the Chardonnay because it lends just enough acidity to help clean that palate, to make your palate ready for whatever is coming next. They really, really got this right. This is the reason why it's an everyday drinker is because it is perfect. It is great. It is a master of. It is you've heard the expression "jack of all trades, master of none." This is kind of a master of all. Now the Blanc de Noir, the Blanc de Blanc, that's an expression. And that's what I like about it, is it's an expression. It is the house style. The Brut, this is, you come home from a long day at work and you want something to cheer you up. Boom, here you go, right there. This is it. It just rolls past your tongue. It is so smooth. It is so perfect. It is so magnificent. And the aroma, like right now, it's probably at about 46 degrees. And this is when you're gonna get everything. This is when you got gold. This is when you're dealing in gold. That bouquet, that nose, it is so deep. It is so rich. I mean, it being a 60% Meunier, I have a connection. I know I've picked these grapes. I've picked the Meunier. I picked the Pinot Noir. I've picked the Chardonnay. I know where the Meunier vines are. I've walked them, I've carried the grapes, I've picked the grapes, I've pressed the grapes. And she has found a way to take that Meunier, blend it with just the right amount of Chardonnay and just the right amount of Pinot Noir to really soften it out. And I'm not saying that the Meunier needs to be softened. The Meunier lends fruitiness, it lends depth, it lends complexity, it lends maturity to a Chardonnay. But they've taken the opposite approach, which is magic. And that's why this champagne is so amazing, because they did the opposite. They said, how do we take a Meunier and liven it up? That's what this is. This is usually, let's take a Chardonnay and mature it and temper it and give it some complexity and things like this. This is bravo. Like seriously, like it didn't dawn on me until right now. Bravo, that's what this is. We're gonna flip the script on this. This is genius. And that's what this is. This is sheer genius. We got a Meunier that can stand completely on its own. But let's temper it. Let's give it a little bit of, let's just liven it up. That's why the first time I tasted it, I did not know it was so heavily Meunier forward. I didn't know that. I knew Meunier was in it, but I didn't know that. But all things considered, this is the everyday drinker. This is the champagne everyday bubbly right here in a glass. This is her family expression. This is her family vision. This is her family's work. And she maintains it and she drives it forward. And it is crystal clear that she means to keep producing different cuvées, different styles, but at the same time, sticking with the tradition, sticking with how her father taught her. And she has a phenomenal connection with her father and what he's left behind for her family and the tutelage, and she is showing the respect, and she's doing it incredibly well. So again, thank you all for your patience. It has been a long time since we put a video together. I champagne every day. It just is what it is. Check back in a few weeks. We're going to be posting more videos from the Meunier collection, and I think I'm going to run with that for a while. There's about 20 houses in Meunier. I think over the next couple of months, I think I'm going to work on doing videos on that region, and I'm going to start doing videos on entire regions and highlighting some of the champagnes in those regions, so you get an idea on if you would ever go to Champagne, or if you were to find something in the liquor store to really know what you're looking for, because that's what these videos are about, helping you understand what to buy. Don't buy something because someone like me says to buy it. I'm giving you my opinion. I'm giving you my take on it. But when in doubt, try it out. If you reach out to us, we can get you some of these. If you see some of the other champagnes we've talked about in our videos in the liquor store, give them a shot and drop me a comment. Let me know what you thought. Let me know if I was right. Let me know if the champagne review I gave matched your take. I love dialogue and I love discussion, and at the same time, I love being wrong. And on that note, I have a video coming, the Eric Rodez. I got a lesson taught to me while I was in Champagne. And Eric, if you were watching this, I got a review for you, and we'll that's another video. But anyway, thank you all again, and please like and subscribe, drop a comment, and as always, this is the best job in the world, and you will never hear me complain. Champagne every day. Thank you.